Good morning and welcome to the Rockler demo. I'm Rob Johnstone. I've got a lot of stuff to show you, including a brand new glue product, so let's get started. Now, all the angles in this clock might seem a little bit intimidating when you first look at it, but don't worry, we've done all the layout work for you in advance. All you need to do is print out the PDF that's in the comments below, and you can get started right away. First up is making a hardboard template of the clock's body. You'll see why in a minute. Apply the paper drawing to the hardboard with spray adhesive and then cut out the template. Cut close to the lines. Then, with a disc or belt sander, sand the template to the drawing's exact shape, and then drill a tiny hole in the center of the template. With the template done, now we need to make a jig. We'll use this jig to route grooves in the clock body. Use the body template you just made to place the jig parts. Next, trace the shape of the clock onto the stock that you'll be using to make the clock body. I'm using maple for the body. Notice that I'm using 2 of the 90-degree edges of the board to help locate the template. Then I mark the center of the clock body. Cut a 1/3 square side onto the body blank and step over to the drill press. I used a 3-inch diameter Forstner bit to make the clockwork's recess in the body. It needs to be about 7/16 of an inch deep. Then swap out the Forstner bit for a 5/16 diameter bit and bore the hole for the drive shaft of the clock. Now it's time to machine the body to its final shape. Much like with the template, cut just outside the lines. This is important. Then refine the shape once again on the sander. Test each pair of faces in the routing jig. The body must fit tightly. The body of the clock is almost done. All we need to do now is to plow the 1/4 inch wide by 3/8 of an inch deep grooves into each of these 12 facets. And we're going to use the jig that we made earlier to do that. When you have the depth and the location set, cut 2 grooves per pass. Rotate the body and then route 2 more, and so on until you're done. Set the body aside now because it's time to start making some rays. Now I'm going to cut 12 pieces to size. I'm using walnut, and I will actually make 14 of them in case I mess something up. Back at the router table, I need to plow a 1/4 inch wide, 3/8 inch deep groove into one end of each of the ray blanks. I use one of the extra ray blanks to set the cut up and locate the stop block to register the length of the cut, about 5/8 of an inch. You can cut the tapers on these rays any way you like, with a bandsaw or a jigsaw or a scroll saw, but I'm going to use a table saw and employ this little jig. It works fast and is very accurate. Set up the jig to cut the first angle. The groove in the blank should be facing forward and down on the jig. This is another place where a test blank can come in handy. With that done, cut the first angle. Then you can flip the piece over, keeping the groove facing forward, line it up, and use 2 clamps to hold it securely. Test the cut, and if it is good, put a pencil mark on the jig to locate the next 11 rays. So after making a few of these little guys, 12 of them to be exact, it's time to assemble the rays to the body. And for that task, I'm using a new product from Titebond, their Speed Set Glue. As the name implies, it cures really quickly. And that is a huge advantage in a project like this, where you have 12 hard-to-reach and clamp locations. Speedset glue has another characteristic that I find really useful. You can use a black light, and it will show up glue blotches and finger marks before I put the finish on it. Saves a lot of time. Let me show you how that looks. So we turned the lights off in the studio so that we can show you how well this glue glows under a black light. My staff prepared a board, so hopefully it will be able to demonstrate this for us well. So let's see. Ha, ha, ha. So I guess you can see it really does glow in the dark. With the rays glued and securely mounted to the clock body, the next thing to do is make this round clock face out of 1/4 inch material. Then mount the clock movement, and you've got a Coolio 1950s mid-century clock. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe even learned a couple things. I'm Rob Johnstone from Woodworker's Journal. Keep on making sawdust.